Have you ever heard of a self-fulfilling prophecy? It is a concept where your expectations and beliefs influence your behavior, which causes the belief to become true. Sounds a little unorthodox, right? Well, I hate to break it to you, but your mindset is your self-fulfilling prophecy. You wake up every day and your thoughts become this self-fulfilling prophecy. Allow me to explain. If you get up every day and tell yourself, I'm not good enough for this business, or I don't deserve success, then you're not going to take any action. And since you didn't take any action, you just reinforce what you're saying about yourself and you fulfill your own prophecy. And I want you to notice something scary. This is an endless loop of negativity, stagnation, and procrastination. And unless you make a complete change in your mindset, you won't progress and level up. So that is precisely what I'm going to teach you to do in this video. The beginning of the root of the problem lies within two basic things: self-doubt and limiting beliefs. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school varsity team when he was in 10th grade. And if somehow you don't already know who Michael Jordan is, he is arguably one of the best basketball players of all time. Yet his high school coach didn't feel that he was good enough to play varsity. Now I want you to really think about this. Imagine if Jordan just told himself, I'm not good enough to be great. What would he do? He'd stop practicing as hard, slack off, and just not really care as much. And if this would have happened, he would have never become the legend that he is today. He would have never known that he could have been great. The same exact thing happens to us every single day. We don't know how great we can become or the extraordinary things that we can accomplish because we limit our beliefs and doubt ourselves. So we need to take a page out of Jordan's book, which means adopting a winning mentality. And to do this, you need to completely obliterate your negative thoughts and beliefs. So this means that you have to face and break down all of the negativity that causes you doubt. So step one is identification, which is really simple. You have negative thoughts all the time. It is so simple to identify what is causing you negativity. But once you have identified the culprit of your doubt, you have to question how valid it is. Are your beliefs based on facts or just how you negatively perceive them? For example, I hate public speaking because it makes me overthink and gives me a ton of anxiety. I just hate doing it. And if I tell myself that I will never become a successful public speaker, then I'll never put myself out there to do so. But in reality, I have all the tools in the world to become a successful public speaker. Because unless I am mute, meaning I physically can't talk or have a speech impediment, there is nothing standing in my way. I can take classes, watch videos, practice, and just improve over time. So look at that. All I had to do was realize that my negative perception towards public speaking was not valid. There is no fact telling me that I am unable to succeed in this. So now we're on to the last step. You have identified, validated, or invalidated your beliefs. Now it is time to replace them with positive affirmations. So I'm going to go back to the public speaking example. Let's say that I truly do feel that I could never be successful with it. How can I replace this negativity with positive affirmations? Well, I can look back at all the times that I have spoken publicly. This has to make the most sense because this is where my fear is stemming from. But when I do that, I find that there was a time that I actually did pretty well. Granted, it wasn't a massive audience, it was still really nerve-wracking. But with that being said, I can replace this negative belief with the fact that I can actually do it. And once I believe that I can do it, I can make strides to improve and then forget that there was ever even a doubt. So by the time you have identified, invalidated, and replaced your negative beliefs, you have completely rewired your brain to unlock your potential and start seeing success in the things that you want. And although changing a negative belief into a positive belief is one thing, without solving this next problem, you will find yourself right back where you started. This problem is none other than inaction and procrastination, which in my opinion is more important to unlocking your potential than the previous one. Some days, motivation alone can wipe out any negative thoughts that you have for yourself. For certain scientific reasons, maybe your brain is releasing more dopamine than usual and you think the world of yourself. Well, that's great, but unless you're actually facing your fears and doing things that make you uncomfortable, you're gonna wake up the next day and realize that nothing has changed and those negative beliefs start to creep back in. So how do we fix this? Well, it's simple yet hard. You just have to face your fears. When you take action to face your fears, you directly diminish any power that they have over you. Because each time you face a fear, you weaken that inner voice in your head that tells you that you are unworthy or can't do something. The cool part about this is that it is so easy to identify your fears. It's just something that makes you scared, anxious, or uncomfortable. And I know it is so much easier said than done to just face your fears and overcome them. But I'm not suggesting that you just go all in and tackle your fears, because that will probably end up with your fears getting the better of you and only making them worse. So you have to take small steps to address these fears. Just start with manageable actions to address the things that scare you. Like, let's just say you have social anxiety and you get a little uneasy when it comes to talking to other people. Just start by talking to a random person a day. Little by little, you'll realize that you don't have anything to be scared of. And this applies for all fears. You will never take action if you let fear control your life. So once you've taken steps toward your fears, give yourself a pat on the back and reflect on your progress. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Find what works or what doesn't, but either way, keep moving the needle forward. A bad mindset completely ruins self-improvement. Every successful habit or routine is all for nothing if you don't have a healthy and positive mindset. Good habits and good routines just aren't sustainable without one. I personally struggle with having a healthy mindset myself, but I've noticed a pattern that you probably notice in yourself as well. On really bad days where I'm not feeling great, that's when I have these limiting beliefs. But on the good days where I'm feeling good, I feel like I can do anything. And the thing that gets me out of my head on these bad days is that I remind myself that I am not gonna always feel this way, which is where I find the beauty in this entire thing. You can always change how you look at yourself and how you believe in yourself. So as long as it's possible, you need to go for it. I hope that you enjoyed this video on this mindset shift and apply it to your own life. It won't be easy, because if it was, everyone would be successful. Fucking believe in yourself. Start taking steps to do the things that you want to do. You have the ability, just adopt the belief. Subscribe if you want to keep up with more self-improvement content. Thank you for watching.